Happy summer! How's everyone's summer? Ooh, I love the sunshine. I love, vitamin D, UV. It really speaks to the tribal part in me, where we were often just out all day. Communities living on the land, out all day, every day. And it really speaks to that ancient part of me, rather than sat inside or at a desk job or working or in the car or commuting or in the house or doing this and that. I always find it surprising how many jobs I've got to do inside. Cooking inside, cleaning inside, washing, work, computer work. Yeah. Kids' homework, kids organising, it's all indoors and it's really lovely to get out. So I've been camping and spending just full time outside, which is really beautiful. Just a quick reminder for anyone that wants to do the North. This is a 4-day intensive training. The North is really a psychic activation experience. It is learning from the mastery of connecting to yourself and how you connect to Source, Spirit, God. It is a really honing the skills of your own devotion. So if you are somebody interested in devoting, how do you personally pray? How do you personally connect with spirit? How do you personally connect with your human experience and your life mastery? Really is what the North is honing, rather than, how your parents did it, how society does it, how religion has conditioned and taught you to do devotion, to do God. It is sort of questioning the programs and really coming into connection with self and self-mastery. And how do you do that? Where are your guides? What is your specific way of allowing what the divine wants to speak through you? So it is, for some people, can be really aligning their purpose. Like, what are you devoted to in this life? What does God want to birth through you? What does the divine she want to give birth through you in this life? What are you here to gift to the world from your divine synchronicity with spirit, with your teamwork with spirit? Does that make sense? This is really what the North is. The healing that you learn is soul retrieval. So this is expanding your emotional energetic range. It is really getting to know and connect to all the parts of yourself for life mastery. It's like expanding your ranges, your container, turning on the psychic of your body, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, and your clairsentience. It's really a psychic activation, soul retrieval, and a mastery. So for those that want to do that, please do join. I will say it's next month. It is only in a few weeks, 2-3 weeks time. It is on the 11th, the 12th, something like that, of September. So it will run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, through to the 15th of September, that weekend, 10 till 6 every day, 4 days, deep diving. You will do a vision quest. It's going to be a beautiful connection to spirit, to God. It will be 4 days of devotion with you and your MESA. Absolutely beautiful. Really, really powerful psychic upgrades. And if you want to do it, please do this one. Because please don't assume it's like, maybe not, I'm going to do the next one of Claire's courses, or I'll do it next year or the year after, because I really might be moving. So it's not as nice to do the online training. So it's kind of like the online stuff is a little bit like, yes, it's a nice reminder for those that have taken the in-person and you want lifetime access to go back over stuff. That's really how I see the online programs. But coming to in-person things is likely to be a little bit more expensive with my stuff in the future, because it might be, for example, in Europe or a longer retreat training somewhere else, and you might need to travel and stay, and it will be more of a retreat experience to do my trainings, but I potentially am moving. So if you're local and you're thinking, oh, just do it next year or the year after, I sort of implore you, like, take the cheaper option and kind of do it now. Yeah, because that option might not be available. So if anyone is sort of on the fence and wondering, for me, yeah, like, please come now. And it sort of is a little bit of the reason why I'm going to being called to other places, because other places seem to be a little bit more busy and vibrant with a higher vibration of people doing this work. Where I am at the moment doesn't really seem to have a pull of that many in-person things. So if you are somebody sitting there going, oh, but I really need this in my local space, I'm so glad that it's here and it's on my doorstep, but not showing up and actually booking the events, it's kind of is like, it's not going to stay on your doorstep for long because nobody's actually coming to the things. So my facilitation is being taken other places where there is more of a call for it, is my perception of what's happening. So please, if you are sitting there and thinking, oh, actually, I'm so glad that this is on my doorstep, and I'd quite like this to be available and for Claire to stick around, please show that by coming to the stuff. Because I think this is mainly one of the reasons for me moving to relocating to a new place. Sort of is a bit like, I'm going to do my last few events for this year, and then I think move on. But yes, I mean, I'll still be here and available online if you want to do online sessions, if you want to do the online training. If you resonate with my stuff and you want to take it online, fine. But if you're sort of thinking, actually, I'd really love to do an in-person thing or continue, if anyone's done any of the other directions, this is your real opportunity to really do it now. And I sort of, no pressure as well. I don't want this to come across as pressured. I'm happy with everything as it is. And I don't really like the marketing or the salesy stuff. I'm just so in trust of Spirit will bring me those that resonate with me to the things if it's needed for them to self-connect and do this work, and it is all in divine timing. So I am in deep trust, and if that is that Spirit is showing me, actually I need to be in the Netherlands or in somewhere in Europe to serve more people, then that's totally okay. So I don't want it to come across as pushy. I'm just saying I want to reveal what's happening in my world, and and sort of say, oh, actually, if you are one of the people thinking, I love having these things available, please be of support of that by booking and coming to the events that are here. Because if everyone thinks everyone else is going to them and I'll do it next time, I kind of think, oh, that sort of is I don't know, it's pushing it away rather than being like, yes, I value this, I want it near me. And perhaps I kind of think, maybe my style is a little bit more, suited in other spaces. And for those of you who don't know my style, it's very spaciousness. So the the 4 days isn't really very heady. I don't do too much sort of talky, and there's not lots of chatter. It's quite devotional. So it can be new for some people who are used to lots of talking, lots of distraction, lots of being in their own heads and in their own worlds and It really is quite a devoted practice of lots of deep breathing, spaciousness, silences, real connection and devotion to self and spirit. And it is quite a very different frequency to how the fastness of life moves, and that can be a big jolt for people. And I think because my style is a radical change from how most people's vibration, how most people live their day-to-day vibration, that it's a little bit too much of an intense shift for some people, and there's quite a lot of people that aren't ready for that, or can't make the leap, or don't resonate with that level of devotion. So just so that you're aware, for me the events are, it's a big change from life frequency, a big devotional step. But to take that plunge, you will get a lot out of it. There are psychic developments there. There's new light codes. There's a new frequency that you can't get from the fastness of life. You need to slow down to the speed of wisdom to match that frequency, to be the best healer, the light worker that you can be. That's what you'll get from my events. But not everyone is ready for that at all. Yeah. So yes, if you're expecting to be sort of taught and there to be lots of talking, it's not that at all. It's lots of spaciousness, peace, and you're learning from a frequency, a vibration, a holiness, a temple space that many people just don't know is there or is available, or not many facilitators bring it either, I don't think. So yes, I think my events are extremely special, and but for those select few that can hold that frequency and that vibration, because it's so far away from our society at the moment. That's the only thing. You got to be ready for it. Yeah. So for those that want to do the North, I really hope to see you next month. It'll be wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. And I think it's £500 at the moment. It's on at £555, and there's a £55 discount, I believe, for the last few people that want to book on. So you've got 4 days, a full practitioner training for £500. It's for me also a really beautiful price exchange, because really these trainings are, unpriceable. That's my 12 years of devotion gifted to you in 4 days, and a hell of a lot of money from my end spent on my trainings and things, and I just distill it and give it to you. So instead of you spending 12 years and hundreds of thousands, I've done it for you, and you get the distilled package for 500 quid. It sort of is like anyone going, "Ooh, that's expensive." It's it really is super exquisite value for money. 100% so. I don't think you'll really find that anywhere else at a training like this. Yeah, because I want to make it affordable for anyone, and whenever it was, I was on minimum wage, tax credits, I've been on the benefits like everyone else. And to be honest, living on benefits, I often think actually that was so much easier. Take me back 20 years ago when I was living off the government. Oh my God, I don't know how good I had it. So yes, that might trigger some people that are really struggling. And at the same time, my health was struggling, my everything was struggling. I mean, that's, the only reason why you get into healing work is because you get to such a point where you're like, this is impossible. I either leave this planet or do something radical because this is completely effed. So, I have been to the lowest of the low, and I am not making light of, financial struggles at all. But there is such a thing as, tweaking the victim perception as well. And if you are constantly thinking or comparing everyone else is so much better than me and I've got nothing because I'm on benefits, like me looking back at my situation then, and actually I can see how good I had it when I was having money from the government. That it is a perspective thing, and they give a lot in this country. If you're living in this country off of benefits, then I've been there, done that, and they give a lot. They give you plenty. They give you enough, even though the prices, it rises. When the price of things goes up, it goes up with inflation. So even though people will be like, oh, not enough, but it's like that's everyone's mentality. When is it ever enough? Yeah, but it's one of those things that's perspective or mindset based rather than actual reality based, because it is such a gift to have money coming in every month, and that we have a government that will give money per month. You're doing amazing. If you're in that position, gratitude, 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 because you don't know how good you got it. All right. My rant is over. Gratitude. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, thank you, Great She. May all the beings that are listening to this have love in their hearts, wisdom through their spine, and radiate joy to the world. As we need more connection and support for each other. We are all one, reflections of each other, doing this same human experience dance that is effing difficult at times, and we get to do it together and not be alone in that. So that's where it gets difficult, and we shut off and push people away and try and do it alone. Been there. Upi chai.